Alright, hello everyone, my name is Trevor, I go by TheMrTrails, welcome to the channel. I wanted to make a quick video today to explain the new repeater reticle, because I did mention that it changed, I just didn't mention how it changed. Consider dropping a like for me if you find this to be helpful to you. So the repeater reticle has a few stages. First up, we've got this one that's on the screen right now, the white circle. Wherever you're aiming, you are not going to deal any damage to anything. And this is true if you are too far away from the behemoth as well. You can see I'm aiming at it, but I'm not going to be dealing damage to it. But once you step inside a certain range, then your reticle will turn red, and this is going to denote that you are going to deal some amount of damage. However, when you are this far away from the behemoth, you're not going to be dealing a lot of damage. You can see I deal 8 damage per shot on this. But when I move a little bit closer, you will notice that it will change to this, and we'll have a little bit more of a actual crosshair on this one. And this is going to show that we are a bit closer to the behemoth, so we'll have an additional amount of damage being dealt. And here it is 94 damage per shot. And then once we get even closer, we will see the reticle change to this. We'll get an extra circle on the outside, and this circle here is going to indicate that we're doing the maximum amount of damage for our damage drop-off range. So we'll see 156. This is not going to change as long as we have at least this reticle here. But we have one more stage here, and if we go even closer, we have this. And this addition it doesn't do any additional damage to get to this point. However, what it does do is if you reload while you have this reticle, you will get an empowered reload. So if I reload over here, I don't get an empowered reload. Right? It's still from the other one. I don't get an empowered reload. But here, I get an empowered reload. And the reason I decided to use Twin Suns for this specifically is that the Twin Suns do have a special reticle for their mag bomb mode. So I'll go into mag bomb mode, and you'll see now we have a very large circle with a small dot in the center. And this will basically say wherever the circle is red at, wherever you see that reticle, that is where you're going to be dealing damage, where that bomb will stick to the behemoth. At least if it doesn't move in the meantime. There is one more kind of reticle, but you can see here that you can get the empowered reload reticle, but you can also have that reticle be white. Now what that's going to mean is that you are going to be too far, where you're aiming at is too far away to actually hit the behemoth, but where you're standing is close enough to get an empowered reload from it. And I think this is sort of a deceptive part of this. So you know you can shoot, you're not going to get an empowered reload from here, but here we're in the second damage range here. So this could confuse you if you are in a multiple behemoth fight, or I believe this might work with fauna too. If you're standing close to the fauna but far away from the behemoth, you might be dealing less damage than you think because you have this reticle instead of this reticle, or this reticle instead of this reticle is the one that I would have from over here. Yeah, to go over it real quick again, white reticle, you're not dealing damage where you're aiming. Very, very small red reticle, you're going to deal very, very small damage. If it gets a little bit bigger, you'll start dealing more damage. Once you get 2 circles on your reticle, you will be dealing full amount of damage. And then once you get to this point, still doing the same damage as the previous range, but this is now an empowered reload range. Alright, and then once again, we have the Twin Suns, which, if you ever see this reticle, that means it is going to hit. That one was kind of fun. And once again, if you are close enough to a behemoth to hit, to get an empowered reload, but too far away from where you're aiming, then you will have a sort of false reticle, if you will. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to do for this video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. I have been Trevor. I go by the Mr. Trails. I will catch you guys next time.